Hello YouTube, today I'm going to be introducing you to my spider collection. In here we have a female false widow. The camera will focus in on her. She's right there. Now I'm not going to be taking her out because their bites are absolutely gnarly. And in here we have, I believe this one is either a brown widow or I believe it's a western black widow. She is a female. She's larger. And in here is, I believe, a juvenile female. Although it might be a male, but I do believe it is a juvenile female. It is another widow. It is either a brown widow or a western widow, although it's hard to tell due to the coloration on her back. That is horrible image quality. I'm so sorry for that. And in here we have a sac spider who is missing a leg, actually. This is a little bit dangerous for me to be taking her out like this. But there she is. She's a sac spider. She is missing a leg, as you can see. I would have released her, but due to her disability, I'm going to keep her until, I don't know if she'll be getting it back in her next molt. Hopefully she will. But she is pretty cool. She lives in this little container. The care for these guys is pretty simple. The care for them is the same as it is for woodlouse spiders. So basically just give them a couple roly-polies or something like that they can eat, and they will do just fine. In here I have a male widow. I believe he is a brown widow. He's going to be being transferred to a smaller container soon because he does not need this big of a container. Probably one of these when I can get my hands on one. And then I have, if I can find it, oh, this one's an empty container. No, it is not, actually. It has right there. Focus, please. There is a brown widow right there, a male. But it is not focusing for some reason. So we're going to move on from him. This container has a noble false widow. Once again, all the ones in bottles are going to be being moved to proper containers so that they're not being kept in bottles. This one is a male, so he does have a pretty gnarly bite. So I try to not get bit by any of these spiders because they are all have the potential to hospitalize me. This is, I honestly don't remember whether this spider, what's on my arm? An ant's on my arm. Sorry for that distraction. This spider may be it's either a false brown widow or a false black widow. Whoa, sorry, dropped my phone. Either a false black widow or it is, yeah, it's a false black widow. It doesn't have the hourglass. So that is one surefire way to tell the difference. This is a female false black widow. I cannot hold my phone for my life today. But as you can see, there is no hourglass. Once again, so sorry for the horrible image quality. It's very hard to record through plastic like this. I swear the rest of my videos have better image quality. But yeah, this is a female false black widow. And now I will go into A, why I am keeping these, and B, what the care is. Well, I moved outside because it got too hot in the garage to record, but too hot for me at least. The spiders will do fine. They can do well in up to about 90 to 100 degree weather. But so basically the care for these spiders is really easy. You just got to give them a small to medium-sized cricket like once a month, once every 2 weeks, and they will all do just fine, except for the woodlouse spider, or the sac spider, yellow sac spider, who is once again a type of woodlouse spider. So just give them some woodlouse, which are another word for your roly-polies, and the reason that I'm keeping most of these spiders, besides the woodlouse spider or the yellow sac spider, who I've already given an explanation for, is because they are all invasive in the area that I live. Brown widows, noble false brown widows, and false black widows are all native to Africa, and they are bad for the native black widows and other native spiders and species. So I keep them to get them out of the environment, and it's a small part, and it's not really going to have a lasting impact, but I like to think that I'm doing my part to protect the environment. And then the second reason is because I do have family, and I have 2 puppies as well, and I don't want my dogs sticking their nose in my garden and getting a brown widow bite on, or a black widow bite even, or even a false widow bite on their nose, which that would definitely hospitalize them and could possibly kill them. So beyond that, also I just love keeping exotic animals like that, and like spiders are awesome. I've loved them since, and like the first time I kept a widow, I was 9 years old, and it was awesome. It was a little baby. It was a sling, and I got him in my backyard, and I just kept them. And so yeah, I've been keeping stuff like this for quite a while. The rest of my channel has content similar. We've got stuff like this, which is a 40-gallon breeder terrarium set up all for, let me find him, this guy, who I will find in a second. A female pinnacate beetle, or a desert stink bug. And yeah, as you can see, she has a large terrarium. There she is, a little speck. There's a prickly pear cactus right here, another type of cactus right here, of which I don't know the type and just got a thorn from. Just a second. That second for me went by in a split second for you. Chain link, some succulent I don't know the name of, another succulent I don't know the name of, dandelion, purslane, and I believe these are lettuce sprouts. And yeah, it's even got a little underground cave, which I set up and I absolutely love. So I do keep, let me put the lid back on real quickly. I keep a lot of stuff like this, and I have been for years, but I do love spiders, arachnids in general, and like I've gotten them all along the side of my house, so it's a bit of a mess. And I'm breeding some scuds for live fish food in there, more scuds, or these are just pest snails, which I use to feed my assassin snail. This is a type of aloe vera, which I will be making a video on soon if I haven't already. It is an edible species of aloe vera, although don't go eating any sort of aloe vera because there are poisonous varieties, and they do have to be processed, otherwise you will end up hospitalized. Succulents, and corn, purslane. This garden is a mess. This greenhouse is a mess. But yeah. So that's where I got the spiders. All but the sack spider, who I got in a bathroom actually. But so those are the animals that I keep. I do have more stuff, obviously. If you check my channel, you'll see all sorts of videos on fish. I just got a pretty uncommon cichlid in the hobby. It's not kept as often as others, so that's pretty exciting. It was pretty fun to get him. And he will grow up to be about 3 inches and a very brilliant cyan coloration. So he's going to be a fun centerpiece for my 20-gallon. My normal 20-gallon, not my 20-long stream tank, which is going to be set up pretty soon. So that's going to be a fun video to make. Yeah, so there's my spiders. There's a general update on what's going on with the channel, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, please leave a like, please leave a follow, and I will see you hopefully soon. Goodbye.